Hi, this is Paul in the 619. Holy shit. AEW. The thing is that um, Dynamite tonight was pretty much that was awesome. That was like pay-per-view worthy. I mean, there was a lot going on. As far as the first match was Chris Jericho versus Ortiz. I'm pretty that one I kind of predicted. I knew Chris Jericho was gonna win. I mean, he had his whole Jericho Appreciation Society out there, and then it was just Ortiz and Kingston. I mean, he didn't even have his boy out there. Yeah, he didn't even have Santana out there. One thing that that was kind of surprising about the match was Sammy Guevara. He came out as Fuego del Sol, and I was thinking, what's Fuego del Sol gonna do at the Jericho Appreciation Society? But it ended up being Sammy Guevara, and that made a lot of sense. But great match. Pretty much Ortiz shaving his head. Yeah, I thought that was going to happen. The next match was Wardlow versus 20 security guards. That was just a squash match, just with 20 guys. But the next match was Dax Hardwood versus Will Osprey. The thing is, I've heard of Will Osprey. I've never seen him wrestle until I did see him last week when he was doing a trio tag team match. But I've never really seen him any of his matches. But man, that guy's a stud. And Dax, they actually had a really good match. The thing with Will Ospreay, he's in the IWGP, the New Japan Pro Wrestling, and I've peaked kind of in that wrestling promotion, and they got some guys there. One guy that I'm a fan of is Okada. Okada over there that guy's awesome, and I know he lost to Switchblade, but more on Switchblade as I go through the matches. And then they had the face-to-face with John Moxley and Tanahashi. How they're gonna have a match at Forbidden Door, which is a pay-per-view that I want to watch. I pretty much gotta save up for that one. But yeah, that's gonna be amazing. Moxley and Tanahashi, they're in the ring. Moxley's doing his spiel, and then Tanahashi grabs the mic, and then Jericho shows up again, and with his Jericho Appreciation Society, and with now Sammy Guevara, and then if you have Sammy Guevara, you're gonna have Tay Conte, and then on top of that, he had Lance Archer and a masked wrestler I'm not familiar with, Desperado, and they go in there and they ambush Mox and Tanahashi, and then after that, Jericho Appreciation Society. You know, they're beating up those two guys. All of a sudden, Kingston shows up, Ortiz, and yeah, Wheeler Yuta. Wheeler Yuta's part of that now. Well, Wheeler Yuta is part of the Moxley and Bryan Danielson group. So yeah, they're. So I'm thinking that they're gonna have. Blood and Guts. That's what they're gonna end up doing later. That I'm not sure when it is. I mean, it might be next week. I'm not completely sure. And then the match after that was All Ego Ethan Page versus Miro. And I knew he was gonna win that. Miro all the way, man. And then after that, they had Tony Storm and Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. Pretty good. That was a pretty good women's match. I think Tony Storm's going to get a push. She ends up winning that, even though she had Jamie Hayter and Rebel. And, the thing is when... excuse me. And then when Britt Baker wrestles, those two usually butt in. But what was cool is that Thunder Rosa came to Tony Storm's defense. So she drove off both Rebel and Jamie Hayter. So Tony Storm actually beat Britt Baker clean. So yeah. So later on, we're gonna get Tony Storm versus Thunder Rosa, and that should be a good match. And then we get Adam Page out there. He comes out there and he talks, and he pretty much said that he wanted to wrestle Okada when Okada was the champion, but Jay White actually beat Okada for the IWGP Championship. So now Jay White's the champion. So so he's about to call out Jay White, but then Adam Cole comes out, and Adam Cole pretty much says, oh, you shouldn't challenge for the IWGP. I should, because I know Jay White, and we're part of Bullet Club, and this and that. But then, as Hangman, Adam Page is looking at Adam Cole, Jay White stinks up behind Hangman and gives him his finisher. So so Hangman's in there on the mat, all hurt because Switchblade just did his finisher on him, and his finisher. Let me see if they have a name for it. Oh, Blade Runner. It's called the Blade Runner. So, anyways, so Jay White, he pretty much says, I hold the belt, so I get to call the shots. Hangman, you're not going to be challenging me for this championship. So Adam Cole's all happy. He's thinking, Jay White's going to say me, but he also tells Adam Cole that he's not going to be his challenger in Forbidden Door. So we don't know who's his challenger going to be. So, and the last match of the night was Jurassic Express and the Young Bucks, and it was a ladder match, and it was a great match. The thing with the Young Bucks, when it comes to ladder matches, they do their best work. There hasn't been a ladder match that they've done that I did not like or wasn't entertained fully. So, they're doing this ladder match, and it goes on pretty much until the end of the show. And yeah, again, great match. And the Young Bucks, they end up winning it. But that wasn't the twist that I was surprised about. Was the surprise was when um, Christian Cage, he turned on Jurassic Express. I mean, in the beginning, he was kind of like a mentor. Um, and he was kind of having Jurassic Park under the wings, but for some reason, he just turns on them, and he actually does his finisher on. He actually does his finisher on Jungle Boy, which shocked me. And I think it's called the kill switch. He did the kill switch on Jungle Boy, and that's pretty much what ended the show. And you know, the thing with me is I like Christian Cage as a bad guy better. I never really liked him as a good guy. He doesn't really sell it, but as a bad guy, yeah, no. But see, that's how it ended, and I was kind of like, wow, what the hell did I just watch? Such a good show, and that's the thing, you know, and that's why I love AEW. I mean, just their weekly shows are amazing, and it all builds up to these pay-per-views that I don't know. It's weird. It's like I don't know how. I always think in my head, I don't know how they're gonna top it, but they always do. So, and the thing is, you know, tonight I just had to post something on my channel because I usually don't after I watch a show, but man, it was just, man, I'm just like completely wired. It's like 11:30 at night Pacific Standard Time, but I'm just jacked because that was just an amazing show. So yeah, hopefully you liked my recap of tonight's Dynamite. You know, I appreciate all my viewers and all the support that I get on my channel. And yeah, thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. Everyone, take care. Peace. Have a good night.